Hey everybody, this is Leslie from Midlife and Nailing It. If you could please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, I'd really appreciate it. Today I'm super excited because I'm participating in a Valentine's Day treat collab hosted by Home Sweet Stephanie. I'll be sure to put a link to Stephanie's channel in the description box below, as well as a link to the playlist to all the creative ladies that I'm sure will participate. Let's get this chocolate party started. Okay guys, so the sweet I decided to make for my sweetie involves chocolate and a hammer. What's not to like about that? How much fun is that gonna be, right? I am calling it the Don't Go Breaking My Heart chocolate heart, but never fear. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Maybe you're going through a breakup. In that case, make the heart anyways. There's chocolate. There's a hammer to take out your frustrations. All you gotta do is retitle it. So in that case, we'll call it the I Hate Myself for Loving You chocolate heart, or the I Don't Want No Scrubs chocolate heart. Or maybe you're content with being by yourself. You still like chocolate, and let's face it, it's fun to beat something with a hammer, right? So you could totally call your heart, what's love got to do with it? Maybe you guys have an idea what we could call these hearts, right? So why don't you leave your ideas in the comments below. I'll give you a point for leaving a comment and 2 points if it's a song title. Of course, you don't win anything, but, you know, for fun. So without further ado, let's get this chocolate party started. What you're gonna need is a heart-shaped pan, and then I am using some parchment paper. So you wanna make sure you have parchment paper because you wanna put that into your heart so that your chocolate doesn't stick to the heart and comes out more easily. You're gonna need 2 different candy melts, and since it's for Valentine's, I went with these pink candy melts. And then I also picked up these dark chocolate melting wafers, but you could use milk chocolate or whatever kind of chocolate you wanted. And then I have here, I picked up these little red, white, and pink sprinkles, and then around the outer edge I'm going to use these sprinkles, which those are red, white, and pink as well, but they're little hearts actually. You're going to want to get your hands on a little hammer or mallet of some sort, and I just went ahead and got this crab and lobster mallet from Walmart. I think I got this on walmart.com. I found it and it was like $3. Might have been 3 something, but it was not more than $4. So I went ahead and picked this up. And then I'm using this ribbon that I got on clearance at Joann's Fabrics. It's actually Christmas ribbon, but I thought it looked kind of Valentine's-y. All right, guys, so to melt my chocolates, I'm actually using this double broiler. This is what I'm gonna use to melt the chocolates. And the reason why people want to use something like a double broiler to melt chocolates is because melting chocolate, you can easily scorch your chocolate. There's actually like a pot at the bottom that you put a little bit of water in, and then it just sits on top very nicely, and you're able to melt your chocolates. Now, don't worry at all if you don't have one of these, because you can actually use, you know, your pot that's about that size, fill it up with a little bit of water, and then if you have one of those metal bowls that sit down in there, you don't want it to touch the bottom of your pot because then it would scorch the chocolate. It needs to sit above the water so there's room for the water and for the steam that accumulates in there that melts the chocolate. And then I'm gonna go ahead with these pink candy melts and just dump them into my double broiler. I'm gonna throw the lid on so it heats up and starts melting faster, and then I want to check that periodically and give it a stir every once in a while until it's completely melted. So while my pink melts are melting on the stovetop, I went ahead and pulled off a piece of parchment paper large enough to cover this heart. Now you've got to work with this a minute. You want to make sure the parchment paper is as close to the edges as possible. And then I use my little clothespins here. You could use tape or whatever because this is not going in the oven, to hold down my sides there so that they wouldn't mess up on me. And then of course the weight of the pink melts and the chocolate will help as well. My pink melts here have started melting, and so I just need to make sure that I give them a stir once in a while. So yeah, they're melting quite nicely, and I just come in with my spatula and give it a stir once in a while. So this is going to be done pretty quickly here. You just use your spatula and get your chocolate in here, and then you want to work pretty quickly, and it's going to be a thin layer, and you want to make sure you get the chocolate right up to all the edges. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish doing that with the camera put down and show you what it looks like when it's done, because I got to work pretty quick here. So I made sure I got the chocolate as close to the edges as I possibly could, and then I went ahead and picked my pan up and dropped it a few times, and that really evened things out quite well. So I'm going to go ahead and put this layer into the refrigerator until it is completely hardened. Okay, so my pink melts are completely set up, but I'm going to leave them in the fridge until my dark chocolate has melted. So I went ahead and just put these in the pan. I'm going to cover them. So I'm going to check them and stir them periodically, just like I did my pink melts. Okay, so these are just starting to melt, so I need to put the lid back on and just give them a couple, not even probably a minute, and these will be completely melted. So I just wanted to show you real quick that when you touch this, there's no give to it. You can totally tell when the pink melts are set. And then my chocolate is done, so I'm going to give it one more quick stir, and then I'm going to get it on top. So I just want to show you real quick that I've got it on here. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out just like I did the pink layer. Okay, so I've got my chocolate layer on here, and I'm going to put those heart sprinkles kind of heavy-handedly around the outer rim, and then I'm going to come in very lightly in the center with the little circle sprinkles that I have, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay guys, so I did a pretty good job about getting it just on the outside ridge with just those little tiny hearts, and then I'm going to go ahead and come in the middle with my little circle sprinkles, and I want to do that very lightly. Okay, so this is how my sprinkle situation here turned out, and I'm going to go ahead and get that in the fridge. The first layer took me about 30 minutes, so I'm going to put this in the fridge for about that long and then check it. This is how it turned out. I am super, super happy with it, and I am going to go ahead and try to lift it out of this pan and get it set up for you, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so this turned out beyond my expectations. It came right out of the pan with that parchment paper and peeled right off without any problems whatsoever. The mallet I added a little bow to just to make it cute, and then I want to show you, let's get down here. And then I also want to show you, see the layers? See how it's pink and then chocolate, and then you've got your sprinkles? This is so flippin' cute, and anyone would be happy to get this as a gift, whether you have a significant other or you want to give it to some kids or a friend, or maybe you just want to make it for yourself. So this Valentine's Day, guys, I would like to encourage you to be sweet to your sweetie, be sweet to your kids, be sweet to the people in your life, but most of all, be super sweet to yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.